Now we're gonna learn how to configure and tune for a good frequency for your Sennheiser G4 wireless system. Remember to have your amplifiers off when you're doing this procedure. All your system should be off. Let's turn the receiver on. Okay, this is the default frequency that comes from factory. You're not gonna use that. So let's press set. It goes to a page called Squelch. Let's press arrow up once. Now under easy setup, we press set. We're under current list, press arrow up once, and under scan new list, press set. Now it's starting to scan for the best frequency on your location. Now the modulation that you see on the left side of a panel called RF, that activity is from frequencies in your neighborhood that would be interfering with your system. So we're gonna have to look for a frequency where there's no modulation at all over at that column. You see this is a good range, and now the modulation comes back. We don't want that. This is gonna be our next step. Okay, so in my case, the receiver found over at bank 15, 9 free slots. It all depends where you are. So in your case, it's gonna be some different numbers, but it's similar to this. Once we press set, we get into the channels under the bank 15 in my case, and looking at the RF meter, we're gonna use the arrow up to go through the different channels, and we're gonna look for any channel where there is no modulation at all over at the RF meter. Here in my case, everything is pretty clean, but it changes from place to place. So okay, once we find a good channel, we press set, and we store the frequency we're gonna be using. And now we need to adjust the squelch. Now we press set again, go arrow down, and we're under squelch. We're gonna press set again to get into that page, and where it says low, we press arrow up to middle and press set to save squelch over middle. That's good. And now we press escape, ESC, escape, and we're back to the main page. Now we need to adjust the output level of your receiver. Pressing set and arrow up, we're gonna navigate until we find AF out. It should read +6. So we're gonna press set to get into that page, and now +6 is highlighted. I'm gonna use the arrow up to go to +18 and press set. Okay, we stored that. Now we're gonna go with arrow up until exit. Once we find exit, we press set, and we're back to the main screen. Now we need to sync our transmitter pack to the receiver. This is the area where there is an infrared sensor. So, and over at the transmitter pack, let's turn it on. Okay, now there's a blue plastic part, that's our infrared receiver. We're gonna need to face that part to this part here on our receiver. So facing one to the other, we're gonna press sync, and then it should show a check mark after it syncs. So let's put that part facing to that light, and there's a check mark. That means that it's been synced. Okay, if you have any questions, you can press sync again and face it back again. See the check mark, you're good. So everything is programmed and synced now. Now if you press here, you'll be able to see the same frequency value that shows over at your receiver. They should be the same number. So if it matches, you're good to go. You're all set.